The Caldwell residence didn't feel like a home at night. It never had. After sunset, the glass walls reflected the city lights like 1,000 watching eyes, and the marble floors felt colder, sharper, like the house existed to impress, not to comfort. Every object had been selected by designers, not memories. Every room echoed slightly, as if the walls themselves expected nothing personal to ever happen inside them. If you believe in second chances, in kindness, and in the way life often turns, then please take a moment to like this video, share it, and subscribe to Drama Way. And don't forget to comment below. We love hearing your thoughts. Nathan Caldwell stood alone near the floor-to-ceiling windows, overlooking downtown San Francisco, holding a glass of whiskey he hadn't taken a sip from in several minutes. At 33, Nathan had built an empire most men wouldn't reach in a lifetime. Luxury real estate. Private developments. Media headlines calling him brilliant, untouchable, ruthless. Investors trusted him. Competitors feared him. People admired him. But nobody knew him. That was part of the problem. Behind him, laughter rose and fell as his guests, sons of old money, venture capital prodigies, crypto heirs, and legacy investors, made themselves comfortable in his home as if it belonged to all of them. They came often. They stayed late. They drank his alcohol and tested his patience. "So let me guess," one of them said loudly, spinning a glass between his fingers. "You're still refusing to bring a date to the Rothwell Foundation gala?" Another smirked. "It's not refusing. It's avoidance." Someone else added, "Hard to date a man who treats emotions like legal liabilities." Laughter spread easily. Nathan didn't turn around. He was used to this. The jokes always circled the same things: his work, his control, his lack of romance. They called him Stonewall Caldwell when he wasn't listening. He lifted his glass in acknowledgement, his expression neutral, his silence misinterpreted as confidence. But the truth was more uncomfortable. He hated how predictable they were. He hated how they waited, every time, for him to react. Then someone, a little drunk and far too confident, leaned forward and said the thing no one expected to matter. "Hey," the man said casually, "why don't you bring your housekeeper?" The room quieted just slightly. "The one who cleans the East Wing," the man continued. "The shy one. Always looks like she's afraid of saying the wrong thing." A few people snickered. "That would be hilarious," someone said. Laughter followed. Nathan turned slowly. He should have shut it down. He should have reminded them they were guests. But pride is deceptive. It convinces you that cruelty is harmless. "Fine," Nathan said calmly. "I'll bring her." Silence snapped through the room. "What? You're joking." "No chance." Nathan set his glass on the table with a soft click. "I'm not." The disbelief turned into amusement. Someone clapped. Someone laughed louder. They thought it was a performance. Nathan didn't correct them. At the far end of the corridor, Ellis stood still. She had been finishing up for the evening, gathering folded linens from the guest bathroom. She moved quietly, always did. Working in the Caldwell home required it. Silence was appreciated more than effort. When she heard laughter, she paused. Then she heard her name. Her grip tightened around the fabric in her arms. Maya was 27. She had been working at the Caldwell residence for nearly 2 years, long enough to learn which doors to avoid and which conversations weren't meant for her ears. She never lingered. Never asked questions. Never assumed she belonged anywhere but the background. A moment later, Nathan appeared in the hallway. "You," he said simply. Maya looked up. "Yes, sir." "You're coming with me tonight." Her heart stuttered. "I'm sorry." "To the Rothwell Gala. 7 o'clock. If you need additional staff." "I don't," he interrupted. "Be ready." And then he walked away, already done with the conversation. Maya stood there, frozen. She didn't understand. She didn't ask why. People like her didn't get explanations. All she knew was that refusing could cost her the job that paid her rent, her groceries, her safety. In her small room at the back of the property, Maya stared at an old suitcase tucked beneath her bed. She hadn't opened it in years. Inside was a soft dress, simple, elegant, timeless. Her grandmother had sewn it by hand for Maya's college graduation, back when life still felt like it might go somewhere. Her grandmother used to say, "Dignity is what you carry when you have nothing else." Maya ran her fingers over the fabric. "If I'm walking into that room," she whispered, "I won't walk in ashamed." Outside the Rothwell ballroom, the air buzzed with wealth and expectation. Cameras flashed. Names were whispered. Power entered through the front doors wearing expensive smiles. Then Maya stepped out of the car. The noise softened. Not dramatically. Not all at once. Just enough to feel it. People looked. Paused. Looked again. She didn't rush. Didn't cling to Nathan's arm. She walked beside him with calm certainty, shoulders straight, gaze steady. Nathan felt something shift inside him, something uncomfortable. Inside, a reporter stepped forward. "Mr. Caldwell, we heard you'd be attending solo tonight. Care to introduce your guest?" Nathan hesitated. Just a fraction of a second. "Next question," he said. But the moment lingered. Throughout the evening, Maya spoke little. But when she did, her words were thoughtful, measured, sincere. When a woman asked, smiling thinly, "And what do you do?" Maya replied, "I work." That was all. No defense. No apology. Nathan watched people lean in toward her without realizing why. She didn't perform. She didn't pretend. She simply existed, fully, quietly, confidently. On the terrace overlooking the city, Maya finally exhaled. "This place," she said softly, "is built on pretending. And pretending is expensive." Nathan nodded slowly. "You don't belong here," he said, then corrected himself. "You belong more than anyone inside." Before she could respond, Diane Rothwell, the event's host, appeared. Her smile was polite. Sharp. "So the rumors are true," Diane said. This was a joke, wasn't it? The truth settled instantly. Maya understood. She didn't cry. Didn't argue. She turned to Nathan. "Thank you for the invitation," she said evenly. "But I won't stay where I'm not welcome." She walked away with her head held high. Nathan didn't stop her. And that was the moment he lost. Standing alone beneath the city lights, Nathan Caldwell finally understood something no deal had ever taught him. Wealth can buy access. Power can buy silence. But dignity. Dignity belongs only to those who choose it. And cruelty, no matter how casual, always reveals the person who delivers it. If this story moved you, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more powerful stories. Because sometimes the quietest person in the room leaves the loudest lesson behind.